Hey there, this is Katherine Cartwright. Welcome. I am sharing the newest card kit from Stamps of Life. This is called the Happy Thoughts Collection, January 2024. And I'm just showing you what's included. You get some stickers, some epoxy dots. Here are some felt flowers. You get a roll of ribbon. Here's some word dies, Happy Thoughts. And then card kit members are going to receive these adorable little snowflake dies as a freebie. There's an A1 graceful card die set included with beautiful little hearts on there. There's some stickers that have these little bandages with sentiments in them. And then you also get a storage envelope every month, and you get mailing envelopes. So when your cards are ready, you have plenty of envelopes to mail them. Now let me open up the cardstock so we can go over the color palette this month, and then I'm going to make some fun projects. Okay, so we've got powdered sugar, green apple is going to be included here. We've got sky, which is one of my favorite blues from Stamps of Life, a beautiful, beautiful shade. And then there's midnight, this navy color. We got ginger snap, a beautiful brown, one of my favorites. And then Blue Jay, which is the lightest blue in the collection. So that's our color palette. I'm going to quickly flip through the paper pad. This is the Happy Thoughts paper pad, and it is double-sided, 24 sheets. And then you're going to be included in this paper pad are if you're a die-hard member and you get the stamps and the dies each month from Stamps of Life, those dies, the Get Well Bandages dies, are going to coordinate with this paper pad. So it allows you to cut out easily all of these little bandages. So cute. So here are the dies. If you're a die hard member, you're going to get the little heart for 2024. This is a die that Stamps of Life has been putting out each year. And so in the January one this year, you get the little heart to kick off the new year. So that's just another freebie. There are always so many freebies from Stamps of Life in all the different collections. There's the stamp kit, the stamp club, I should say, the Die Hard Club. There is the Fold It Club, and then there's this one, the Card Kit Club. So 4 clubs to choose from currently. Okay, so I am going to do some die cutting here, and I will get my paper ready to go. So off camera, I have cut out all of my little pieces, all the little bandages using those dies, and now I'm going to work on creating some cards. So I wanted to begin, I'm going to do 3 cards that are similar, but I'm going to change them up a little bit. I found this scallop die set in my craft stash from Stamps of Life, which I love. I have used many, many times over the years, and I'm going to use that as kind of to ground and create my focal point on my cards. So I have cut a piece of the background paper with those adorable little bandages, and that's going to be the background. And then I have this little bandage in the bed, and I'm going to add that to a scalloped circle. And I'll glue this directly onto my card to create my first one. Now there are these really cute little bandage stickers, and most of them have some sentiments, but a couple of them are blank inside, so you could stamp them with the sentiment if you want. And the little add-on die set is the more bandages to stamp. So there's another bandages to stamp that will cut out a little bit with the little bandage in there. Okay, so again, I've got another scallop circle here. I've got some more bandages cut out. So this set is great for Get Well cards, and this card kit specifically is great for that. But there are also going to be some birthday elements included in this month's as well that coordinate with the Fold It set. The Fold It set has a bouquet of balloons is what it is this month. And so you'll see some of those elements in this month's card kit. So just making things even more versatile if you are a member in these various kits and card clubs. Okay, so I'm just tying my ribbon on here. I've layered this onto a piece of Blue Jay, that patterned cardstock, which is so, so, so cute. And then I'm going to glue this onto my A2 sized card base. I'm using Midnight for this one. And I'll just add some adhesive there, line that up, and I have gotten my card base created. I've got this bright yellow, I think this is sunshine probably, that coordinates with the kit. And I'm going to add some foam strips to the back of my little bandages. So I have one little bandage that looks a little sad, maybe feeling under the weather. And then I have another bandage that has this cute little hat on it. And like it's kind of taking care of the other bandage. So I'm going to put those together. Somebody sending some well wishes to somebody who maybe is feeling under the weather. And then there also was this cute little, I don't know, it's a little bag. I don't know what you call it. It's like an ice bag or something. Ice pack, maybe, that's on top of this little bandage that maybe has a fever or isn't feeling well. So just a sweet little way to send some get well wishes. All right, so I'm going to pull out one of these bandage stickers. I'm really digging them, and I'm using the one that says feel better. And I'm just going to apply that directly onto my paper. So cute. And then I've got some of these epoxy dots. They're kind of a matte finish on them. I'm just going to sprinkle them all around my card. Since my card is fairly busy, the background, I'm just going to add a few more here and hoping that they'll blend in well with the pattern that I've chosen for the background. So cute. So I'm just going to take these and stick these all around, and then that will finish up this card. So cute. Another feel better. Okay. And then the third one that I used with keeping with this kind of pattern or sketch, if you want to call it, where I've got my scallop circle in the center, I'm going to add my Happy Thoughts pattern paper in the back. And then I created 2 circles on this one that I'm going to layer together. And off camera, I stamped that Feel Better, which comes from the Bandage to Stamp club set. Okay, so that's where that came from, and I just used the smallest scallop circle to create that. And then I'll add a little bit more foam to pop this bandage up as well. You could leave these flat if you wanted to for mailing, but I'm just going to add a little bit of dimension to my die cut. But with these pre-printed pages, you have a bunch of them when you finish die cutting everything out, so you can really make some quick and easy cards. I'm going to glue this directly onto my card. And then I have a few more of the sticker elements left. Here is one of the flowers that was on there, and then I have another of these little bandage strips that I'm going to add at the bottom. It says thinking of you. And then I had one more little heart that I had cut using the A1 die set included in this, which I'm going to use in a minute, and just wanted to add that to the front of that card. All right, so here is my A1 die set, and I am going, you can cut the card base. You'll see you have the card base, and then you have a heart background that you can use, or you can use the other piece to layer in there. So I'm going to cut out the heart piece on this one. This is the part that I wanted, and I am going to tape this down. You'll need to tape this down because you don't want your center piece, which is that heart, to jump over onto the border piece, the piece that cuts the solid edge. So I always tape mine together. I have had them jump on me sometimes when I'm die cutting and not paying attention. And so that way I don't want my die to get bent, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to take that solid piece again. I have taken the heart out, and I'm going to cut a piece of the blue jay that will layer perfectly behind that heart background. So cute. So I'm just going to run this through my die cutting machine, and then I will be ready to put those together when I get my heart panel. So you could use it just like this, but I'm going to go an extra step here. I'm going to add some ink to my hearts. There are a lot of different techniques you could use on this. You could, ink blend over this. I am using Bristol cardstock that I cut my heart out of, which really blends very well with ink. Something that I use all the time. I use the smooth, and then I'm going to take a little bit of this lighter color here. So I think I use sky on the bottom and sea glass on the top to just add a little bit more definition to these hearts. I'm going to come back with a little bit more sky. I want a little bit darker contrast at the bottom. So I'm just kind of doing a little bit of an ombre look here. Okay. So I have cut my card base. I used the midnight, but I'm going to turn it the opposite way because I want that heart on the front, and I'm going to leave that kind of notched element toward the back. I have created my happy thoughts out of white cardstock for the top, and then I'm using poppy for the bottom. Okay, and I had put some adhesive sticker paper on the back of there, so I'm just peeling that off since this is a fairly fine font and I didn't want to have to glue it. So I'm just going to tape that down, and then I'm going to cut this apart. So I'm just going to run my scissors around, trying to get a clean edge, and I'll clean that up because I know that what I wanted to add, it won't fit all on the top. So I need to kind of layer the happy thoughts together, one on top of the other. And just cleaning that up, getting a nice smooth edge. And there you go. I have two words that are separate. I'm going to glue down my heart piece onto that blue jay, and you can see you get a nice little ombre there. Super cute. And I'm making sure that each of those hearts are glued down. And then I can add that to my cardstock when I'm ready. But first, I did want to use a piece of this beautiful ribbon. This is in Poppy, I think is the color, probably. And I love the width of this ribbon. This is probably my favorite width of ribbon. I should have measured it. I think it's probably 1/2 inch. But I love this size of ribbon. Super pretty. And then I'm going to work on tying my bow here. Just trying to get my line of ribbon where I want it to go. I'm going to put it as close to the top as I can so I can fit as much as I can onto my card. Because this is a little bit smaller card base, this being an A1, which is smaller than the A2. The A2 is the larger card that I make and create most of the time, which is that one's 5.5 by 4.25. And I don't actually know what size the A1 is by heart. I should look that up and add that to the notes in this video, so that way you have a kind of a reference point. All right, so I've added this onto that midnight card base, and I have added some foam onto another little bandage. This bandage is holding a little floral bouquet. So cute. And I'm just deciding where to place the happy thoughts. I have added some foam to pop that up. And then I have these beautiful blue flowers, these felt flowers. I love the felt flowers from Stamps of Life. They have been making these for years in the card kits, and they are my favorites. I love them. I have a bunch of them in white. I feel like there was either a pink pearl or a yellow pearl, but they are some of my favorites. But I love the shape of this one. It's a little bit different. And so they are so pretty. I can't believe I'm letting myself use them because I love them so much. They're just so pretty. Okay, so I've added those on there with some glue dots, and then I want to stamp a sentiment in the middle of my card, my piece of paper I should say, to go inside of my card. What can I do to help? Again, that is from this stamp set. Just going to take a little bit of adhesive here and add that into my card. So I have it ready to go when I need to send a get well wish or happy thoughts to somebody. And I'm going to add 2 of these little hearts that come in this die set. They're so sweet. But I'm going to take the centers of them. So you can see there's the larger heart, and then there's the inside. So I'm going to use both of them. I'll use the other piece in another video, but I'm going to use the little hearts for now. Okay, so moving on, I have pulled out an older die set I have not used in quite some time. This is the 4x6, I think is what it's called, shadow box. That may not be the correct description, but it's a shadow box. So what I'm doing is I took the outline piece and I have put a rectangle. You can put any shape you want into that piece. I've done it with an oval, I've done it with a circle. So I could have used that scallop shape today, the circle, if I wanted to, but I definitely decided to use the square. So I'm going to fold down my pieces. So you'll need a solid piece, and then you'll need a piece with the shadow part, so to speak, the window cut out. So I have folded all of these, and now I'm going to start gluing these together. I have not made a shadow box in a while, and so I had to kind of think about, what am I doing here? I haven't used it in a bit, but I used to make these all the time. So I'm lining these up, and they'll line up perfectly because it's two of the same die cut, okay? And I'm taking my time here and care to make sure that I don't overglue, which I can do sometimes. I'm making sure that it's not sticking to the inside. I have done that where I've gone a little wild with the glue and then it has stuck to the inside. So I want to make sure that it is not glued to the inside. So now there are these tab dies that are included too. I cut two of them. I'm only going to end up using one. But when you do these tab dies, you want to fold one tab one way and the other against itself, so to speak. So you can see I'm gluing the inside of this one, and then the other one is folded back the other direction. And this allows this card to lay flat. Okay? So things are coming along, and I'm going to let that dry really, really well. If you're using a wet adhesive, you want to make sure that it's dry. Okay, so I have another one of these little cute bandages in the bed, and I'm going to use this in the back. If you wanted to, you could cut another piece of pattern paper and put it behind there if you wish. There's a lot of flexibility with these shadow boxes, and you can fill them up as much or as little as you want, but they will fold flat for mailing. So that's super, super nice. And I'm going to add this little bandage, this little cheerful helper bandage in the front. And then I also stamped "So Sorry You Aren't Feeling Well." That is from this stamp set. And I've just stayed with the scalloped circles, digging them this week. Okay, so I've got some ribbon. I'm going to run this along the side of my shadow box, and I will tie that off and make a little bow here. And again, I'm just going to kind of hold that down, and it fits really well. I didn't perfectly line up my square. I think it's pretty centered relatively, but if you want it perfect, you can measure the sides to make sure, but I don't usually tend to pay attention to those details sometimes. It's kind of like if it looks good to the eye, it looks good to me. All right, so I've got some of these stickers that I'm going to use, the little flowers that are included on those little adorable bandage stickers. And then I'm going to come back here, and I wanted to add a couple of those epoxy dots to the flowers. I'll do that in a second. But I did go ahead and cut another square with that same die, and I'm going to put one of my bandages on the back. Get well soon. So cute. And then I'll glue that onto the back of my box, and so I have somewhere to write my message when I need to. Okay, so I've got the inside decorated and the outside. And here are those epoxy dots that I'm going to add to the centers of these flowers. Just trying to pick which colors I want to use. I love this light blue one. So I picked something that's a pretty good contrast to help them stand out against the sticker. Okay, how cute. So pull out your shadow box if you've got one. Such a fun one. All right, so I'm back to the A1 here. I have cut this out of poppy cardstock, and I'm going to use it with the notches in the front this time. I'm going to add this paper to my card base, which is so great that the layering piece is included, so you could make a ton of these with very little effort, and that way you could really fill up your craft stash. I've got this adorable little bear. I think it's still available. I'll link it in the description. And then I've got a couple of these scallop circles, and I wanted to use one of the balloon stickers. So I mentioned earlier that the Fold It Club, which is another club from Stamps of Life, this month it is a bouquet of balloons. So you can make a shaped card with it. But they also have included this month some elements from the Fold It Club, so it would coordinate with that. So I am going to glue this directly onto the other circle, and then I have put the little bouquet of balloons on there. And then I'll pop this up onto the front of my card. So cute. I love balloons. My daughter recently celebrated her 18th birthday, and I love a birthday because I love to use balloons. They make me so happy, and it's just always such a gift, I think, to give balloons to others. And I can remember when I was much younger, on my 16th birthday, there was this wonderful woman in my community who sent me some balloons, and they were the coolest thing. So there was a huge clear balloon, and then inside the clear balloon was another bouquet of balloons. I mean, I could not even believe it. I had no idea how they did this. It was amazing, and I will never forget that. There's a picture of me somewhere with that bouquet of balloons because I was just blown away by that. And you know, I've never really seen anything like that since. So I just thought, oh, that's so cool. So anyway, I think that's when my love affair with balloons began, when I got that awesome gift. All right, so I'm stamping happy birthday. So again, just showing some flexibility with this card kit, I am turning this into a birthday card. So we've got Get Well, and then if you just use one of your birthday stamps and a different, element there, you have got a birthday balloon card. And keeping with this theme, I have some strips from the strip dies. I can't remember exactly what these are called. They have some different stitching elements in them, and I am going to create my card base bottom part with these. And I'm just gluing them on there. I've got the yellow, I've got a kind of a pink one, and then green apple. And once I get these all glued down, I'll trim off the ends. But I love these little strips. I love that they're different sizes, widths and such, and they have some different elements to it. So I'll link those in the description. I think those are still probably available on the website. So for this one, I used the balloon paper as the background, and then I'm going to add this piece of pattern paper with the floral on top. And then I have a happy birthday die that I will add to the top of this card. And I have been loving using this ribbon, so I'm definitely going to use some ribbon on this one. Okay, so cute. All right, so I've got this happy birthday die, and there's a funny story. I've been looking for this die for a long time. And I had to do some cleaning in my craft space, and I found that die. I really have been looking for it a long time, and I was so excited. So, of course, you're going to see this on just about every birthday card for the next year, I would say. It is one of my favorite fonts that Stamps of Life has done. I think there's a happy anniversary as well, and I can't remember. There's a third die in there. I cannot remember what it is. But these have been some of my favorite dies. So I was so happy to be reunited with that. I don't know if you, as card makers, do y'all ever have that problem of losing stuff? I'm asking a little bit rhetorically because I'm assuming that you are, but I know I always tell these stories. I'm just very, honest that I'm a hot mess in some ways, and sometimes dies get lost. And 2024 resolution is to put stuff away the minute I use it. That's not going to happen, but that's my dream. So I have been trying. So this one, I do know where this die is because I have been looking for it for so long. So anyway, I just have to share that. So I've added that happy birthday on there. I think the colors just look so cute. And then I'm going to add some of these epoxy dots on the largest strip that I used at the bottom to kind of add a little balance to that card. So there's another birthday card. So I squeezed in 2 birthday cards in this one. All right, so here are these kind of 3 of the same with the circle as my center point. Just kind of making some changes. Here's that Stickles glitter glue that I used on the little birthday balloons that has dried. Here's another birthday card. We've got this happy thoughts, what can I do to help card to send to a friend in the A1 size. And then the shadow box. Had fun pulling out the shadow box. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the clubs the clubs, I should say, leave me a message. In the bottom, I'll leave all the details if you're interested in learning more, and I will get back to you. But thanks so much for watching. I hope your new year has started off well, and I look forward to crafting with you in 2024. Have a great day. Thanks so much for watching.